Paul Gilbert után Tom Quayle-val is fogok taníts egy fikcsit csinálni, és hát ami nehezíti a dolgot, hogy kvart hangolásban használja a gitárját, de azt mondta, hogy megpróbál kíméletes lenni vele, de még a fikcsik előtt beszélgessünk egy picit. Okay, Tom, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
and hopefully you're patient. I've got some questions for you. I don't know which, but I will find one. Okay.
Cool.
I think that even a guitar legend like you and an awesome player like you hit wrong notes sometimes.
Oh yeah, of course.
What's your emotional process? Might panic, poker face, or what else? And do you have a favorite disaster story?
Yeah, I do actually.
Really?
So I've got better at this over the years. Not like I've got better at hitting wrong notes as well as like dealing with it. So today when we played a song called How Insensitive, and in my second solo, I had some, like I always close my eyes when I play.
Okay.
I never look at the fretboard, which has kind of problems built in because I found myself in the wrong part of the guitar. And I had to listen to what was going on and I kind of got lost.
Okay.
But it happens.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
Yes.
It's what happens. And as I've got older, I just don't worry about it as much as I used to. When I was younger, I would come off stage and I'd be really angry and frustrated, to the point where sometimes I come off stage and I think, why am I even doing this? You know, I should do something else.
I feel the same all the time.
Yeah, it's normal, completely normal. Okay. But as I've got older, it's one of these things where, first of all, it's never as bad as you think it is in here when you listen back to it. It might be bad, but it's never as bad as you think it is. So you learn that side of things. It's a little bit like, you have this disconnect. When you hear your voice on camera, when you first hear your voice, it sounds very different to how it sounds in your head. And my guitar playing is the same. When I first started recording myself and hearing myself play live, what I thought was happening was way worse in my head than what was actually happening in reality. So you have that to deal with. And also, you never know what's going to happen on the day. So like today, for example, the tone was great on stage, really, really nice. But the feel was a little different to what I'm used to. This is not my guitar. It's been set up for me. It's my signature guitar, but it's not the one I have at home. Yeah. My guitar has a higher action than this one, and it just feels a little different. Yeah. So, you know, and different strings. I use elixirs, which are coated. They're really slinky and like.
Which gauge do you use?
10 to 46.
10 to 46. Normal 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know, when the feel isn't exactly the same, you're constantly aware of it. It's just normal. It's what happens, you know. So I don't worry about it so much anymore.
And do you have a favorite disaster story?
So there was one time I played with a big band.
This was big band with
a big band with horns. And, jazz big band. And I was doing what's called depping, which is where basically someone phones you up and says, "I can't do the gig. Are you available?" So it was a reading gig. So I had to go and read the chord charts. So I turned up for this gig and I was told we'd have rehearsals. No rehearsals. Curtain goes up. And I'm handed a guitar and what they call a pad, which is all of the charts for all the songs, and they've got numbers on. Okay. They're not in numerical order. It's like 1, then 75, and then 56. So they call, the band leader goes like 52, and I can't find it, and the horns are already playing. And you had to wear a uniform. It's called NYJO, which is the National Youth Jazz Orchestra. Okay. So you have a jumper that you're wearing, and the jumper I had was way too big, so I had to roll my sleeves up on both sides. So the sleeves were like this on an archtop guitar. So I was out here and I found number 56 and it was like dots everywhere. It was horrendous. And the guitar player had like made notes on there and stuff as well. So I tried to play and it was like really stressful. And then I had to do a solo in the first song and they handed me a boost pedal and I was plugged into a Fender Twin. Okay. And I hit the boost pedal and suddenly I was like 5 times louder than the entire big band. And I can't reach the amp. There's nothing I can do. So yeah, that was, when you've done that, everything else is easy after that.
Okay. I think this is a good question because, and I asked the same from Paul. Was there any light bulb moment that made you see your playing in a totally new way? Yeah. Can you remember one specific moment?
A specific moment, yes.
In a technical way or any way?
Yeah, I remember going right the way through jazz college and being very frustrated with my right hand. Yeah. And a student of mine who was living in the UK, who was from Chicago, he'd been like doing some work in the UK, and he handed me Extraction, the album by Greg Howe. And I remember listening to it, being familiar with Greg Howe's playing from years ago, and just being so blown away again by his sound, and then finding all of like his stuff and transcribing it and figuring it out. And there was one lick, which I probably can't play now, which went like this.
I think it was pretty
sound
good.
Just blew my mind. Like, it just really appealed to me. And technically, it's like this combination of legato and hybrid picking.
You use both of your...
So I use the pick and the middle finger. I never use my ring finger and little finger. I do for playing chords, but... So this thing... I remember taking that idea and moving it around.
Yeah. Can you turn a little bit to the camera?
Of course, I'll do it again. So the original thing I learned was this.
It's minor 7.
It's a minor 7, yeah. But the idea of like this legato sound, not everything was picked.
Yeah.
And he was playing it kind of swung to like... It had that Greg Howe swing kind of thing. So it appealed to my jazz sensibilities, but I then started to kind of fiddle around with some of that legato hybrid sound. There's very early YouTube videos of mine from 2007, in the early days of YouTube, where I'm trying some of this stuff and I can't really do it. It's quite fun to watch, but... and then taking that technical approach and applying it to some of the stuff I already knew fretboard-wise, so again, moving that through different areas of the fretboard, different harmonic areas. And that was kind of the point where I kind of got into the legato thing again and started playing that way. Because my playing was very jazz before that point. Before 2006, it was very jazz kind of based.
Okay.
Yeah, I was into Pat Metheny and Sco and all of those guys. So yeah, I have a little bit of that.
Earlier I thought the same. I will be the best jazz guitarist in the world.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought I would be, but no.
Okay, the last question. Has anyone ever told you an honest criticism about your playing that affected you personally, but actually helped you grow or change how you play?
Yeah, so I often... people don't say this anymore so much, but they used to tell me I played way too much, played way too many notes.
Too many notes.
Too many notes. I still do, but I think as I've got older, like today when we were playing, we play Isn't She Lovely, and I leave a lot more space in that now than I used to. Okay. I used to fill everything up. I mean, I also don't leave space. Like I had one really stupid legato run that I played in that. But I tend to leave more space and I tend to listen more to what I'm playing now. And I'm still massively working on that. Okay. Because I'm a very visual player. I always found ear training quite difficult, and I've done a lot of work on it over the last sort of 5 to 10 years. But I always found visualizing the guitar quite easy, especially because of the tuning. Yeah. But hearing what I was playing was quite difficult, and I've got better at that. And as I've got better at that, I tend to play less and only play like the legato lines when it fits, you know, in my kind of musical ethos, if you like. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And this is the time. Could you teach me 2 licks? An easier one for you, not for me. For me, it will be really hard, the easy one, I think, and a little bit harder one.
Yeah, I've got 2 in mind. They're both in G minor. They're both G minor pentatonic things. There's one which basically, I don't know if you ever tried this technique before, but I really like the Greg Howe vibrato thing. So there's one which is very, very straightforward, where you're just basically taking the 5th fret on the D string, so the G, the root note, and then the flat 3.
Yes.
And it's this. And I like that vibrato. It's very unique to him and that style, and I've stolen it entirely. But it's basically just that. That kind of sound. Now this doesn't involve the tuning, so you should be okay.
Can I try?
Of course. This kind of thing features in my playing a lot.
No.
That's the one.
And you have to.
So that's the G minor 13 chord, which would be like this. This would be the
this
yeah,
for me.
With the flat 3.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, I think it was pretty easy. Thank you very much.
Nice, that's good. So the other one that's really cool, which I like, which is not something people associate with my style, it's not a big legato lick, because I improvise those. Okay. So it's very hard to come up with one that's consistent. But I do this a lot. Sorry. Oh, let me do that again. Oh no, I can't play the lick. How are you supposed to? I can't play the lick.
Okay. It's a pretty hard one because of the
double.
picking.
So just to show you really quickly, if I do it slow, it involves an up and a down on the D string. Now there's some guys that would.
Yeah,
but that's a different sound.
Of course.
Oh. So that is an interesting one.
Okay, that will be much harder, I think. This is the basic idea.
That's the basic pattern. Now what you're then going to do is you're going to go to the 4, the flat 5, and the 5. Yeah.
And okay, can I switch this?
Of course.
No. So down, middle,
bum bum.
down, up,
D ba 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 ba. Da da da. B ba ba. So the only thing that's different, if I grab the guitar again,
sure.
When you come back down, you're going to play each note once. So you've got.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I turned the volume down.
I hear the melody, but I cannot play with this technique. Oh, sorry. And after the up movement, you pick with your middle finger.
Yeah. So the way I do it is I do middle up down. I don't do down up. It's up down.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird, but up down. So the other way. So like ba ba up down da up down. So you're going down, up, you're going middle, down, up. So try this, go ba, ba, and then when you do the da, da on this note, do up, down. That's it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which is weird, but it's the way I do it.
No. Okay.
Da, do, da, do. That's it.
Okay. Oh!
That's so
almost,
good.
Almost. No. Oh, it's
you
really
were right.
weird.
You were right. That's it.
My picking head is shit.
Well, mine too. Don't worry. Hey, man, that's pretty close. That's amazing.
Almost.
That's awesome.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much.
My pleasure,
That was
my
all.
pleasure.
Thank
Awesome.
you very much.
Thank you.
You are an awesome player.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you
so are you from the sound of it. It's great.
Srácok, ez lett volna a Tom Quayle interjú. Köszönöm szépen, hogyha megnéztétek. Jövök majd még másokkal is, remélem itt lesztek velem. Csőzetek!
I know one Hungarian word.
Yes?
Egészségedre.
Egészségedre.
It's the only word I know.